Hey, is it cold enough for y'all Midwesterners? Over here in the Midwest, it's like -1 outside. Bitch, it's colder than a polar bear's balls. The weather is so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful. I went outside to get some food because I ain't feel like cooking. And I had this on my head and I ain't took it off since. I'm comfortable. Anyways, how y'all doing? How your mama doing? How your daddy and them doing? Your cousins and them doing? The dog and them doing? Hope all is well. Anyways, so I had some things on my mind that's been going on in the world that's always interesting to me, and I like to go down rabbit holes because I be asking questions that I don't hear many asking, or I think like how many don't think about things that's going on in the world, especially on social media. And what I notice about women of the black culture, black women, heavy on the air quotes, men are right about y'all. Hear me out. But just not in a way that I'm thinking and that I'm seeing. So men say nowadays women, especially of the black culture, act like men. I say the same thing. I agree. But there's a difference. Excuse me. Men say women are trying to be like men. And this is where their delusion taps in at, by trying to outdo them successfully, right? Nah. This is where I see women acting like men, being territorial over a man, not having conflict resolution, getting into conflict like how men will get into conflict with each other. Women are more into conflict with each other. You see it all online, and you see it in the reality shows, like Baddies, Bad Girls, which I think Baddies is worse than Bad Girls, in my opinion and perspective. Because I used to watch the Bad Girls Club here and there back in the day, but it wasn't my preferred reality show, because I used to watch reality TV a lot back in the day when I used to watch mainstream TV. But now I just watch YouTube a lot. So if it pop up on my timeline and it's free, like the whole episode is free, I might watch it depending on who's on there, if it's Baddies. But I don't even really watch Baddies. I watched a couple of I'm gonna say a few episodes here and there. Like I don't know what to call it, because when Jocelyn had the cabaret reality show, I watched a little bit of that. And when I watch these reality shows, me personally, I don't watch these shows for entertainment. I be analyzing. I be paying attention to shit that a lot of people don't pay attention to, like the average person don't pay attention to in human behavior. That's what I'm paying attention to. The person's psyche on there, their human behavior, how these women behaving with each other. And nowadays, women of the culture, especially, I'm gonna always speak on our culture first and foremost, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't like when people, other women outside the culture, be in what they call black folks business. Like, stay out of our business. Like, because when y'all get in our business, it be some bullshit. It don't be genuine. I feel like a lot of white women be watching us on reality TV to study us, study our behavior, and then use it against us on social media platforms or in the workspace, right? Or just being social in any social gathering, right? And white women do study black women. That is a thing. And white people do study the black people. Okay? So that is what I mean when I say women are acting more like men. Territorial and not having resolution skills, like conflict resolution skills. Ready to fight, ready to pop off, ready to snap. Like, it's no, let's agree to disagree. Okay, you don't like me, I ain't gotta fuck with you, I ain't gotta rock with you, I'm gonna keep it moving. We ain't gotta fight. Nah, it's, bitch, I don't like you, now I'm finna be disrespectful, now I'm finna be rude. And it's like, it's no need for that. That's what I'm seeing a lot of in our culture. And I'm not just noticing this now. I've been seeing this some years ago. Even when I used to have a group of female friends. And not having a group of female friends anymore. To the point where I'm used to not having a group of female friends. And I would love to have a group of genuine women who are respectful and who are real girls. You know that phrase, girls. You know, like real girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, who hold each other accountable respectfully, not passive aggressively or not out of malice. You know what I'm saying? But really wanted to see that other woman grow and be better mentally and emotionally. Because when you're better mentally and emotionally, you make better decisions. You know, like, I don't like women. I don't like how women are getting down on Chrisean Rock and her baby. I don't like that, because for one, I'm the type of person like this, right? I consider factors. I consider where a person grew up at, what environment they grew up in, especially when you grew up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? When you grew up in the hood, when you grew up in lower class, it does something to you. People who grow up in lower class tend to live in survival mode the most. Not just financially, mentally and emotionally and physically. You living in survival mode is not always financial, right? So when I watched Chrisean and just paid attention to her behavior, listening to her, seeing her background, seeing all her mostly all her siblings online, how they be going back and forth. These are all her older sisters, and that's what throw me off the most. Like, all her older sisters close to my age, and some years older than me. Like, to me, she a baby. Not a baby like an actual baby. She's like a baby adult. She still need guidance. She's a 25-year-old grown woman. Man, listen. Yeah, by law, by what man say, yeah. I remember when I was 25 years old and I was pregnant with my son, and I had my son at 26, but I got pregnant when I was 25. I didn't know. I mean, I'm not gonna say I didn't know what I was doing as a mother, but I didn't feel like a grown woman with a child. I felt like a teenager with a child, as strange as that may sound. And even though I grew up in the hood too, and I'm not like Chrisean Rock, I just like, it's just best to give young women grace who come from a dysfunctional environment. You can't expect them to be a certain way. And then the whole she messed her baby up thing, that after me paying more attention to her baby as the, because sometimes for some people you can't really see things until you see something grow, or you see that person grow. And now that the baby has gotten older, and then from what I know from people, I know somebody who she drunk her whole pregnancy. This was before I became a mom. It was this chick that I know that used to live in my used to be best friend building, and she used to come downstairs and blow back with us, hang out with us, sit with us. And it was one time she was pregnant. I didn't know she was pregnant at first, because she had a small frame. She had a very petite body. And you know, women who have very petite bodies, when they be like 3-4 months pregnant, a lot of times you can't really tell they pregnant. And she was just smoking with us and everything. And when I seen her every other day, seeing her stomach grow, she was drinking Hennessy, and her baby ended up coming out stillborn. She was purposely trying to abort mission without aborting mission medically. And I ain't bash her. She was a couple of years older than me. I ain't bash her. I'm just not that kind of woman. I shake my head. I say it's sad, but I'm always thinking of that person's psyche. Like, why are you, what's going on in your life where you feel like you have to do that? I'm not just going to automatically say, oh, she evil, she evil, she evil. But then again, going back to Chrisean, looking at Chrisean, baby, that's a genetic thing. I even asked my mom about it, because my mom been working in the medical field for a long time. She been a nurse for a long time, and she still is a nurse. And I got a baby boomer mama. So when I told her and showed her Chrisean baby, she was like, nah, that baby got a birth defect. Looked like he got cerebral palsy. She was like, his condition is more genetic than his mama smoking weed and sipping on some alcohol. And I was like, Mom, that's what I've been saying the whole time. Like, I've been saying this the whole time. Like, that baby got a genetic effect. That's something genetic. That's because these females on here that's talking shit about Chrisean, they ain't got most of them don't have no children. They ain't never experienced being pregnant full term, half a term, first term. You know what I'm saying? And they also, some of them sound like they grew up in middle class, upper class environments. Listen, growing up in the hood, you be seeing some shit. This shit probably go down in your family. It be your next door neighbor. You find out goddamn mama was drinking beer while she was carrying the baby, smoking cigarettes, and the child come out, I'm not gonna say just fine, but the child come out not like how Chrisean baby look. You know what I'm saying? Not with no cerebral palsy symptoms, not with a birth defect symptoms. They may be a little delayed. Man, let me tell you something. I know, because for me, when it comes to like somebody doing alcohol and D's while pregnant, it hit close to home for me. I could tell you firsthand that if she was sipping, which I do think she was, I don't think it was to the extreme. I don't think it was the whole full term. And smoking weed ain't gonna have your baby coming out like that. I'm speaking from visual experience. Me knowing people around me, you know what I'm saying, that did it, and they children is not, they not Chrisean baby. That's my whole point. Read in between the lines, because you know you gotta, on these social media platforms, you gotta speak in codes and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's what bothers me the most. These females think they know what they be talking about. when they talking about her child and they don't know. And my other thing is, she really don't owe y'all no explanation. That's something that whatever happened, if the alcohol she was sipping on, which she never said she sipped on, and she's not gonna say if she did or she didn't, but I'm only going off what I seen in the video, which you can't find that video online. It looked like she was sipping on some Hennessy because that was always her preferred drink, but some say she said it was apple juice in the club, because what the fuck you doing in the club pregnant anyway, you know what I'm saying? But I had a friend like that, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't drinking while she was pregnant, but she went to the club a couple of times while she was pregnant. I'm like, when I was pregnant, I wasn't trying to be in nobody's fucking club. I'm not coming to the club pregnant. That's weird to me. That means that lets me know you don't want to let go. You're not ready to let go of that social life. You know, and that don't make you a horrible person, but still. So, you know, you gotta be careful what you talk about when you see people and you hear people doing certain things, and then the after effect, because it might not be what you think it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole point with motherfucking Chrisean. Nobody is I only seen a few women talk about how that baby really got a genetic like birth defect. That's what it seemed like he got, and it's not enough women really calling that shit out for what it is. Ain't no alcohol gonna do no baby like that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It won't even get to that point. That baby will come out stillborn for sure. Full term, everything, all the toes, all the fingers, just won't be breathing. And that's that on that. Now, I was looking at these videos about Clarissa Fields, right? And I noticed another thing with women. Listen, and this ain't no video to be bashing women, you know what I'm saying? I'm a girl's girl at heart, right? But I'm not the girl in the group that's gonna be talking shit about the girl who in a relationship with a man that's still married legally. I'm just not doing it. I done had all kind of female friends. I done had a group of best friends that was my best female friends. Then I had a group of friends that was my high school friends that I met in high school. And then I had, you know, if you grew up like me, you know how you had your group of friends, but then you have those few outside friends that you kick it with every now and then, but you not that close to, but y'all close enough. So I had all type of female friends, you know what I'm saying? And I had some female friends that did and dad with a married man, one or two of them. You know what I'm saying? I had a female friend that was considered a runner. That's what they call it in Chicago back in the day. Oh, she a runner, she a rat. You know, now it's thought. It's thought now. It's you a thought. You're not a runner. You're not a rat no more. It's you a thought. You a thought. But anyways, I noticed women are really mad at Clarissa because she's with a man that's legally married, and a lot of them are projecting. Some of these women not even married. They just desire to be married, and that's the other issue too. I'm seeing a lot of women in the black culture only seeing their worth by being chose and married with a man, and that is the issue. And they just mocking her, dragging her, Clarissa, online, and it's weird. It's giving weird projection behavior with black women, and I don't like it. I don't like it. You know, allegedly Papoose and Remy Ma are still legally married, and People are wondering why, if they is, why they haven't got it yet. That let me know y'all not married, or y'all don't know people that's married. Because if you know people that's married, you ain't got to ask that question. Not on some real ass shit. Because my mom and daddy was married. My mama is a widow. I have an uncle that's married. My grandma was married to my granddaddy. I had a friend that I used to hang out with from high school. She probably, I don't know, I ain't talked to her. I cut off. Last time I talked to her, she was trying to get the divorce. The paper, because she moved to a different state, it was an issue of getting divorce papers. And then when she got the papers drawn up, he refusing to sign them. So it's like, marriage ain't nothing to play with, yo. That's a contract. It's a license. You can't, and then it depends on what state you in. What state you got married in. People be getting married so blindly in the U.S. And if you do your research on marriage licenses are only in the U.S. This is a capitalized fucking country, okay? It's a capitalized country. That's why I'm like, I will never get married, ever. I'm so glad I don't want that anymore. I don't know. Hell no. But yeah, that's what I noticed about women. They not even really mad at her so-called being cocky and all that. They really projecting. They really mad because she dating a man that is legally married. And they are projecting. Welcome to the nature of men, ladies. Because ain't no man finna stay single and just because he legally married for long. Especially if he got a little money. He look decent. And papoose do look decent. And he dress nice. When you're a man that has a certain amount of money, you have a certain amount of resources, you have options when it comes to women. You have a certain amount of options. Excuse me. So, that's that on that. Y'all be easy.